It's always sunny on Super Sunny Island. Yeah, well, not today. Today's kind of super gloomy day here in Canada's capital, and that's okay. So, this is a retro style 2D platformer. I like to describe it kind of like Kirby without any of the abilities, which is kind of like neuters a lot of what made Kirby interesting. But it feels like a callback between Kirby and other side-scrolling games. I wouldn't say Contra, but I'm thinking kind of like, you know, a kid's version of Mega Man Shootery from the NES era. Now, apparently the story behind this is your character, Sonny, is a penguin, and he's from a cooler climate, and discovers the island's being taken over by some mean pirates. So he challenges them to save the island and its peaceful existence. Sure enough, you know, basic story. Cool. So you play the levels as you prefer in each world and then defeat the area pirate boss. Very simple. Controls are responsive, really solid, which is great. Always good with a platformer. And the first thing you see with the Super Sunny Island are just the vibrant color schemes for the backgrounds, which is great. And cool palette. Very charming music. The backgrounds scream relaxed, very unchallenging gameplay. So from the dozen or more stages I finished quickly. I played it for half an hour. That was enough for me. I played it again last night just as a refresher. It's like, yeah, you know, this is kind of like Plunder Island, but like it really is a game where you can jump in, play for like literally 2 minutes to finish the stage because they're so short, and then it's like, oh, I gotta go do something. Okay, you leave, save the game, you can come back. There's like 30 stages or something, I didn't count. And yeah, so your character, your penguin Sonny, fights other cutesy enemies. They're not scary at all. This would be perfect for your kids if you have kids. And yeah, they're not threatening, but they block your progress across stages to get keys. Kind of feel, at least from the 20 or so stages I played, they feel like pylons more than, you know, threatening enemies. Maybe it changes. And there's spikes and the usual stuff in 2D platformers. So you get keys, more water, shoot your water gun by collecting the fruit and the popsicle things. The game doesn't seem challenging. I feel like this is the opposite of a lot of like 2D scrollers. A lot of them are just ridiculously hard, or even like 3D ones if you're trying to collect everything. With this, it's like, hey, you don't want a challenge? Cool, just play our game, please. So yeah, it just feels like every level's short, as I said, a minute or so tops from what I saw, and the game's very forgiving. Before the difficulty does increase a little bit, like there's more jumping over pits, climbing things, jumping up to grab a key, whatnot. I'd say it's like a fairly casual experience, really. If you're looking for a challenge, this game is really the opposite of Donkey Kong Country 2 or 3, just collecting everything. And it's a fun little game to relax to. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's a cool little game. Maybe too easy compared to other 2D, 3D titles that are challenging and tricky. So think Crash Bandicoot 1, because this is so far away from that. And the 2D gameplay is basic. It feels like each level requires like a speed run. Like I feel like this game was designed for speedrunners for some reason, because the levels are so short. And yeah, like you can speed run through it. That's how unchallenging it is. And it's kind of bland gameplay in the sense that like there's no changes to repetition, and I feel like after playing level after level it gets dull and very quickly when you're playing it. So don't expect a new Banjo-Kazooie, that's what I'm trying to get at, or Little Nemo Dream Master where there's like animals to hop on. It sort of makes things a little bit different. But kind of like, as I said, a Kirby without new abilities. Mindless levels that are also frictionless, so you can just run around, jump around like a goofball, and you know, you won't have too much trouble. The game costs $6.49, which is, you know, pretty fair. It's nice, happy, vibrant, upbeat music. It costs, I think, $3 on sale. It's one of the better 2D games I've played on Steam, to be honest, even though I say it's not doing anything new. And far better deal than many things you have to pay $6 or more for. Just try not to blast through it, because I don't think there's a lot of game. It's really short, 2-3 hours maybe, I'm guessing. And yeah, it's just not too challenging. So it'll help you keep it sunny. So keeping sunny even in the middle of winter, and keep on gaming. Bye.